of today's show. And we got to talk a little bit about Thursday Night Football. That is the LA Rams take on the San Francisco 49ers. And guess what? The 49ers will be banged up yet again. And now they're out with their starting quarterback yet again, Mr. Brock Purdy. Yes, Brock Purdy has been ruled out of this Thursday game versus the LA Rams, which brings us to this question, guys. Can the San Francisco 49ers truly survive without Brock Purdy on the starting lineup for games to come? Now, obviously, they beat the New Orleans Saints with backup quarterback Mac Jones. Yes, they did compete with like Mac Jones with that following game. But truth be told, guys, the situation is getting pretty hairy down there in San Francisco. Brock Purdy is out with a toe injury, shoulder injury, hamstring injury, upper body injury. Basically, he is getting weighed down by all those dollar bills in his pocket. But he is not the only one missing either, right? You got George Kittle. He's still out. Brandon Ayuk is still out. Juan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and, of course, Jordan Watkins has all been ruled out as well. That's practically the entire passing game wiped off the board for Thursday night matchup versus the LA Rams. That is tough, baby. Now, on Tuesday, Brock Purdy sounded pretty hopeful, saying the quick turnaround from Sunday to Thursday made it tough for him to recover, and he wasn't wrong. And by Wednesday, the Niners shut him down. He said, nope, you're not going to happen. But now it's Mac Jones' turn. This will be his third start of the season, and he has won games already, a.k.a. beating the New Orleans Saints. He helped the 49ers beat the Saints and the Cardinals earlier this season. Good news is that Mac Jones is healthy again after battling a sprained knee. Bad news? He will be faced what is called so-called the best defense in the NFL. The LA Rams guys are pretty damn good. The matter of fact, the Rams are no joke. The Rams are my Super Bowl pick for this season. 9th in yards allowed, 5th in defense EPA, and tied for 2nd in sacks with 14. 14 sacks in 4 games. That's tough. They bring the pressure from everywhere, and if you don't have your top targets, they will feast all night long. And then there's the other big problem. The San Francisco is down to just DeMarcus Robertson, Kendrick Bourne, Sky Moore, and MVS as their only healthy receivers. A has been, a never was, and a never will be. Let's just be honest. The team will probably have to elevate somebody like Russell Gage Jr. or Malik Turner from the practice squad. But when you're this thin at wide receiver, you are in trouble, especially against the LA Rams. And remember, they also might need to bring up a backup quarterback in Aiden Martinez as well, which takes away a roster spot for yet another receiver. So picture this. Mac Jones is lining up with Robertson and Bourne as his main targets. Backup tight ends, Luke Farrell, Jake Tongs are in the mix, and the Rams defense starting across the line ready to tee off. That's the reality that we're going to see on Thursday night. That is the reality that we're going to see for the San Francisco 49ers for probably for the near future. Guys, the truth is, without Brock Purdy, the 49ers' margin for error disappears. They can still fight, but if your Mac Jones doesn't protect the ball and make plays, this offense could collapse before it even begins. So I'll ask you guys this simple question. Can the 49ers really survive without Brock Purdy, or is this just the beginning of a rush stress for San Francisco 49ers? Subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. East Coast time at youtube.com/manhour. This is a live interactive show, so comment down below. Let's get your comments in and discuss your thoughts. Geomex is back in the chat today. What's up, Geomex? He says, Raiders. We're going to talk about the Raiders tomorrow, Geomex. So tune in tomorrow. I got some Raiders news for you. Lions are going to smoke the Chiefs in a couple weeks, probably. Not wrong. But Old Man River says, which is a big pun.
Big skin pun. Get yourself.
Old Man River says, Purdy, sad. Listen, Old Man River, if you remember correctly, wasn't it this time about last year we're like, hey, you know what? The San Francisco 49ers quarterback system is just, or the San Francisco 49er quarterbacks are just a product of the system. And Brock Purdy is all a part of the system. And I truly believe that. I truly believe Brock Purdy is a product of the San Francisco 49ers system. I think any other team, he's going to be a below average quarterback, if not even a backup quarterback, to be fair. However, Mac Jones is probably equivalent to Brock Purdy as skill levels goes. However, you are missing this guy. You're missing 6 guys, 6 of your weapons on the offensive side of the ball. So Mac Jones is probably going to be a very, very long day for him. Unfortunately, giving the Brock Purdy Or like, oh, Brock Purdy's our savior. Brock Purdy, our saviors. James Frank says, I want Philly, my other team's non-Browns, Saquon to run it back. Eagles are not going to run it back. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Alpha Rob says, Purdy's out again? He is. He played last week, got hurt again. Ever since his rookie season, rookie season that he hurt his shoulder? Brock Purdy has kind of been a walking injury. Let's just be honest about it. He's been kind of a walking injury. He just doesn't like put that swag. I just something about Brock Purdy makes me hate him. Makes me want to punch him in his face. And very few people get me that way. Maybe a little J-dub sometimes, but very few people get me that way. But I just want to punch him in his face. He sucks. Alpha Rob says, when was the last time he played 4 or 5 games straight? That's a great question. That is a great, and I don't know. I legitimately cannot tell you when the last time Brock Purdy played 4 or 5 straight games in a row. Some 49, Jameson, where are you at? You're a 49ers guru. Every time I talk bad about the 49ers, you are there. And I am talking bad about the 49ers right now. Now, they are a pretty good team still. They still got a pretty good defense. Their offense could come around. They still got CMC. They still got the boy from the Commanders. What's his name? But let's just be honest. Brock Purdy is a walking injury. He's a walking injury, and Old Man River says it's been a minute, to be honest. It has. GeoMax says, oh, by the way, sir, how are you? I'm always great, man. Always great. GeoMax, I see you're watching on the shorts form. So if you like the shorts form, awesome. But if you go to our main page, go over to the live that has the red dot, you will get the rundown, you'll get the overlays and all that stuff. Just to give you a better viewing experience, right? But GeoMax says turf toe forced Deion Sanders to retire. It is no joke. I'm not trying to downplay Brock Purdy's injuries. We're going to talk about Lamar Jackson's injuries here in a second. Lose that term loosely, injury. But I do feel that Brock Purdy is truly injured, right? I will give him that. However, he's been a walking injury since he came into the league. From his shoulder to the turf toe to his hamstring to his ribs, he is always hurt. And is it because of the offensive line? Is it because of the way he plays? Or is he just injury prone? We don't know. To me personally, I think he just strictly injury prone. He's just injury prone, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles at the end of the day. It sucks for him. Old Man River says doesn't have the intentional fortitude. He doesn't have the balls, says Old Man River. He tries to be all proper and PG. Shut. Brock Purdy doesn't have the balls, says Old Man River. Brock Purdy doesn't have the balls to go out there and win some football games. Really? Guys, let me ask you this. Because when we go around the NFL landscape, we always want to put these quarterbacks in this top 10 realm. Like the top 10 is like the Taj Mahal. That is where you want to be. Many people have Brock Purdy as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. GeoMax, Wes, Alpha Rob, James, Old Man River, the rest of the people that are looking out there today. Is Brock Purdy a top 10 quarterback? I have never had Brock Purdy as a top 10 quarterback. I always thought Brock Purdy was a product of the system. I think you can plug and play any quarterback into the 49ers system if fully healthy, and they will be successful. Mac Jones proved it a little bit against the New Orleans Saints. Mac Jones proved it against the Arizona Cardinals a little bit. Now, granted, they're still not healthy. Still no George Kittle, no Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall's in and out, right? And whatnot. But the truth of the matter is, the 49ers are a product of the system. Every 49ers quarterback is a product of the system. The minute they paid Brock Purdy those da-da-da-da bills, y'all, they shut their Super Bowl window, and bada bing, bada boom, the 49ers are done. So, guys, that is a question that I want you guys to answer right now down there in the comments down below. Is Brock Purdy a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? And Alpha Rob says no. He's not. He is not a top 10 quarterback. Alpha Rob has Dak Prescott at number 1, Patrick Mahomes at number 2, then Lamar Jackson, then Justin Herbert, and then possibly Josh Allen at number 5. He's teetering on that number 5 realm. Wes says, I like him. I like him, meaning Wes liked him some Brock Purdy. He said, bring him down to New Orleans and let him run with Alvin Kamara. The truth is, though, West, he says he's not top 10 yet. Wes says Brock Purdy's not a top 10 quarterback yet. So, Wes, let me ask you this question then. Since you're saying he's not a top 10 yet, what does he have to do to become a top 10 quarterback in your eyes? He's already gone to the Super Bowl. He's already led the 49ers to the NFC Championship game. He has already been a Pro Bowl quarterback. What does he got to do? Does he got to win back-to-back MVPs? Does he got to do what does he got to do to become a top 10 in your eyes? Because honestly, the only way I could ever see him being a top 10 quarterback is winning those MVPs, is actually leading his team to the Super Bowl. His first year, he was carried to the Super Bowl. The next year, the NFC Championship game, you can say he potentially led his team there, but a product of the system. Me personally, as long as Brock Purdy is on the San Francisco 49ers, underneath Kyle Shanahan, he will never be a top 10 quarterback, no matter what he does. That's just what it is. Patrick Martinez says Purdy only missed 2 games in 24, none in 23, and 3 this year. Okay, so he has played 4 or 5 games in a row. I get it. But then Patrick Martinez says you're whack. Okay. Think what you want to think, buddy. Old Member says negative, Ghost Rider, meaning Brock Purdy is not a top 10 quarterback. He says a shine shogs on a dog's ass some days. Not wrong. Broke clock is right twice. Something about a duck's butt or something. Whatever you say, I don't know what it is. Geomeg says Purdy is better starting quarterback than more than half the starters in the league. At this point, I'll take him with 9 toes. Gino Pruno. I'm not for sure what that Mexican term means, but basically, Geno Smith out of Las Vegas, Brock Purdy in at Vegas. GeoMex wants Brock Purdy over Geno Smith. And I don't blame you. I think we hyped up Geno Smith a little bit after week 1, maybe a little too much. You need to slow it down, pump the brakes a little bit, baby. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, Brock Purdy's not a top 10 quarterback. He is out yet again versus the LA Rams, even though he, what Patrick said, he missed 2 games in 24, none in 23 and 3 so far this season. I don't think that is 100% true because I know he missed week 18, 17 last year. So I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. But speaking of injuries,